Good morrow, everyone. Welcome back to the Plague Reviews horror movies. Today, we are talking about one of my favorite horror movies of the year so far. A lot of people have not liked it, but I have. So we're talking about Evil Dead Burns. Evil Dead Burns was released in 2026 to some fanfare. People did like it. I did see some social media posts which are new for me because, I'm from the 1600s, so I do not like a lot of social media. But I did look into TikToks and they told me that this movie was okay. So my expectations were not that bright, but I did go ahead and went to the midnight screening of Evil Dead Burns because, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to come out of the movie theater at 1 in the morning, which I did, and I was so tired. But good thing. All I kept thinking was, is this movie's boring? I am going to fall asleep in the theater, and nobody's going to have a review. But here I am, so I did review Evil Dead Burns. Before anything, I have something to show you. So right here is the Necronomicon. I do have the Necronomicon with me. It has all the pages. We will not recite its words because we don't want to go to hell. So I will have the Necronomicon here with me just to do some points and stuff like that. But, the story goes, there's 3 books supposedly. The ones that you see in Army of Darkness. If you are a Evil Dead fan, you would know that some fan theories are that 3 books exist. The Necronomicon and the other 2. I don't remember the names, but the Nocturne, the whatever, I don't remember. Something like that. But in any case, the Necronomicon comes out in this one. This movie is pretty good. I did like it a lot. I called it Itchy and Scratchy the movie because there is a lot of really cartoonish kind of deaths. Well, not deaths because they're already dead, I guess. Deadites are zombies, or they're possessed. They're kind of like The Exorcist, like Linda Blair, I guess. They're kind of like that. But in this movie, there is a lot of those. It's a family, fuck the family. So the movie starts, with Alice and her family, the family of her husband. So the husband is, married to Alice, and we don't know anything about them, but we do know that, they get mad at each other. Shit happens. I'm not gonna spoil it because you have to go see it. But shit happens, and, one thing leads to another. The husband dies in a car accident caused by a deadite. So I will give you that as much. That's just the beginning of the movie. They end up at the family house in the middle of the woods, which things into a lot of blood, a lot of cartoonish deaths, a lot of exorcisms, lot of hijinks, I guess you could call them. There is a lot of weapons. There's a lot of funny moments. I was surprised. I keep hitting my beak. There was a lot of really funny moments. I do believe that's why I called it an Itchy and Scratchy movie. You could interchange Itchy and Scratchy with the characters, make it into a cartoon, and it would make perfect sense. It would still make perfect sense. I would want to see a Necronomicon in the Itchy and Scratchy world, which is the Simpsons world, of course, but that would be freaking awesome. In any case, that's how Evil Dead Burns is. It is just a splatter time house thing. It's pretty effing cool. To be honest, it's almost like How are you going to escape the cabin in the first one, in the second one, and the third one is how you're gonna escape. You know, the medieval times, which Sam Raimi wanted to call it Medieval Dead, but they decided to move ahead with Army of Darkness. You know, first remake was a cabin again. Second was the bank turned into apartments, and this one is a family house. Kind of like the Amityville horror, kind of like that, but it's a little different. It is a cool movie. It has a lot of really fucked up moments. It has a lot of blood, of course. No Evil Dead movie does not have a lot of blood. Has a lot of deadites. Has a lot of mental games because you deadite. They know all the shit you've been through, so they play with you a lot. And it has a lot of like disgusting, gross kind of humor as well. But it is a great movie. I am going to watch it again. This movie is pretty cool. I did like all the acting from all the actors. A lot of screaming, a lot of yelling at each other, a lot of shit like that. But it is a great movie. I do love it. Evil Dead, one of my favorite franchises ever. Of course, with Bruce Campbell. This one did show that they did not lead Bruce Campbell. They do need sometimes somebody as charismatic as Bruce Campbell, but when it's a little bit more serious, you don't have to. So it's okay. You know, it is a cool movie to watch. I am going to give it how much will I give it? I'm gonna give it 8 Necronomicons. 8 Necronomicons out of 10. I did love it. I am going to watch it again. My score might go up a little bit if I do love it more the second time, but only seen it once. XD, it was pretty cool. You know, back in the 1600s, we did not have movies. We used to watch these like little puppet shows where they show like, oh look at the little puppets, oh look at the little puppets. They were not as good as these, so yes, that's why I give it 8 out of 10. But in any case, you know, go watch Evil Dead Burns. Great movie. Go watch it because movies are cool. You know, we call them talkies back in like the 1930s. I've been alive for so long, so who knows. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to follow At Night Terror Podcast on all social media. Remember to come watch my reviews here at the Plague. And stay tuned for more reviews. We will see you in the next video. Bye bye.